Time now for the Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.
You see with Apple onshoring this stuff back to the United States of America. By the way, I'm not sure this stuff was ever in America. They create it in America, but they manufacture it in China and India and elsewhere. So bringing that back here is a great first step, and I think a leader role that Apple is playing right now.
You know, if I'm Tim Cook, I'm trying to think 10 years down the road, right? Like Trump is saying, look, we're going to give you a hospitable environment to manufacture in the United States. We'll cut your taxes. We'll roll back some regulations. See, in China, they know the leadership's not going anywhere.
That's right.
Xi Jinping is not up for re-election every 4 years. They know it's a flat and even plateau. Might not be nice to do business with the communists, but you know what to expect. If I'm Tim Cook, I'm like, yeah, that's great, President Trump, but what if the next president is Pete Buttigieg or AOC or Zoran Mamdani or something? Then, well, you know, what do I do then? We have to guarantee these companies one way or another, there's going to be an even keel for them.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that you have to think about is down the road here. Now, I don't think that a Democrat coming into office will intentionally take, you know, Apple's got a huge investment in Detroit, Michigan, my hometown, to train up the next generation of manufacturers that are going to populate Apple's workforce. So these are things that are not only helpful to consumers with the iPhone. Like you said, the iPhone that I'm using right now to broadcast to you, it's not just helpful to us. It's helpful to these local communities where there is a former manufacturing base where they can just retool that base and create and manufacture new things. It's a great thing. But like you said, you gotta get that. Like you mentioned the dividend thing. Well, why aren't we lowering the corporate tax rate permanently? That would ensure that these jobs would stay here, not a dividend check with a sugar buzz. You know, we could lower the corporate tax rate with all this revenue coming in and ensure that these companies would stay forever.
Well, I get it. Free money it's tempting, right? I mean, like you said, sugar buzz. I mean, most people, even some conservatives, like, I'd like a $600 check. I could think of one, and there'll be arguments. Well, people will inject this right into the economy. Yeah, but then you got to think what the Democrats are going to do down the road. All of a sudden, equity will come in, and some people are going to get bigger rebates than others. And then, I don't know. I think if they're going to do anything, start paying down the debt. Be the first president in our lives to actually say the debt was 37 trillion, now it's 36, next year it'll be 35, and we're just going to keep going until we get to a manageable amount of debt, and hopefully they won't run it back up. I'll give you the last 10 seconds.
Well, I can't think of anything more I'd rather do, Andrew, than take a $600 check, have a night out at the bar with you, and see the damage that we could do with that $1,200 infused investment into the economy. So, look, like I said, tired of winning. I'm not tired of winning. I want more. Cut taxes. Forget all the bright, shiny objects, and make those good trade deals.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel. Stay informed anytime, anywhere with the Salem News Channel and 9:30 a.m. TheAnswer.com. This has been The Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.